Grand Rising Soul Tribe, and how is everyone doing today on the 30th of October? I actually got the date right. I had to check my phone. As most of you guys know, my mind is no longer in the 3D reality. I have no concept of time, so excuse me if I say April, May, or give you guys a wrong date. I'm operating on different frequencies, apparently, mentally speaking. So with that in mind, I have two wonderful guests today that I'm going to bring on. And the topic is the battle for our identity in a digital age that we're living in. Now, before I bring my guest, I always like to relate an event that took place on the 30th of October, but in the year 1485. In this very date, in 1485, Henry Tudor was crowned King of England, who was, of course, crowned in the year 1485, and he founded the Tudor dynasty, which ended the Wars of the Roses. And he used his children's marriages to build alliances and sign treatises that increased England's power. Of course, for those that have read my book, not Our Cosmic Origin, but The Secret Government, we do know that the dynasty of Europe has mainly been, or let's just call them the oligarchs of Europe, have mainly been controlled by the papacy, which is cabal run. So with that in mind, those books that are mind-opening are available on Amazon. Our Cosmic Origin, Restoring Galactic History, is the purple book, and then the brown one is The Secret Government, Invisible Architects. 6,000 years of cabal activity, and not to mention 6,000 years of the Earth Alliance White Hat activity as well. Now, my guest today, I have two guests. One of them, she is a doctor. In fact, many of you have already seen her as the person who introduced me in 2023 at the Portal to Ascension conference. If you guys remember that video, I did post that lecture or that presentation on my YouTube channel. So yeah, she goes by Joan of Angels. And she has merged over 40 years of chiropractic and intuitive counseling expertise with a deep understanding of spiritual transformation. As a seasoned event and retreat producer, she creates spaces for transformative growth while also stepping forward as an advocate for both practical and spiritual defense. Dr. Joan educates and empowers individuals to navigate and protect themselves against the growing threats of identity theft and cyber intrusions. So, drawing on her extensive background, she offers actionable guidance on legal and identity safeguards, blending spiritual insights with grounded, effective tools. Dr. Joan's transformational healing approach empowers individuals to take control of their everyday life and every aspect of life. With no further ado, let's welcome Dr. Joan of Angels and her friend Jason. Is it Bahini? Bahini, right? Jason
Bimji. Bimji. Close enough. Close enough.
Oh wait, are you guys not? I don't see you guys on the screen here. Let's hold on 1 second. What did I do wrong here? God. Oh, there we go.
Hey, there we go.
Apparently, I am technologically illiterate. Most of my viewers know that by now, but hey, all I had to do was just click one little thing, and there you guys are. So, how do you pronounce your last name, Jason?
It's Bimji.
Bimji. Nice, Bimji. Welcome, Jason Bimji, and welcome, Joan of Angels. How are you two doing today?
Oh, guys, great to be on the show. It's great to see you again.
Likewise.
So much is happening. We're in such exciting times. I'm reading your comments, and they're very exciting in your chat here.
Yes, I am very blessed to have the most awakened people on the planet.
Right.
On my live here.
And that's why we're here.
Absolutely. It's been a whole minute since I've seen you. I think the last time I saw you was when you at the Conscious Live Expo early this February, which I will be seeing you again next February in 2025. Conscious Live Expo.
Probably, yes. I have my booth upstairs right across from Jimmy Church.
Nice, nice. And Jason, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm a serial entrepreneur down here in the Southwest Florida area. Right now, just partnered up with Dr. Joan on an amazing project that we've been really helping empower a lot of individuals, families, and businesses with affordable lawyer protection and identity protection.
Oh, nice. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Now, this topic, protecting our identity. I mean, this is something that we all have to be aware of, especially living in a digital era where anybody could make, through deepfake, they can make or mimic versions of ourselves and pass them off as if it's us. And like, why is this happening? Like, how do we go about, like, also learning how to, you could say, protect ourselves from this I would call it an illegal cyber, you know shenanigans. I mean, I don't even know what the right word for this, but maybe you could explain a little bit more.
So just to start with, this is like, first of all, we're all victim of it. With the 2.5 billion social security number stolen a few months ago, I realized that 3 people had my social security number, plus
Wow.
me. And that's just not acceptable. Or even if you have a Gmail account, everyone, Gmail just announced that all the Gmail accounts were hacked. So the first thing to be aware of, I think, you asked, how do we protect? Well, Ishmael, first we have to be aware that we are really under attack. I mean, our identity is under attack. And now that I'm on the show, I go, is it a deliberate attack? Are we so vulnerable because the systems are open? So that, I don't know. It was just a weird thought as I'm looking at all the comments on the right here. Jason, what do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's crazy the age that we live in because everybody's info is out there, whether they like it or not, whether they believe it or not, it's out there 100%. And, a lot of people don't even realize services like ours even exist.
Well, people don't think about it until it's too late. And
Mhm.
like me, they have 3 social security numbers that have been hacked.
Yeah.
So I didn't even think about the fact that I'm talking about it on your show, Ishmael, is crazy. And we talk about identity. It's not the same thing as your soul. It's not your personality, but your identity, your legal identity is everything on this 3D planet. I mean, even though we're in the 5D, we have to walk around in the 3D. And I noticed that so many of us spiritual entrepreneurs or star seeds neglect the 3D realm as if we have a magical power that it'll handle itself.
Very, very true. And I don't know if this is very similar to fake accounts, but ever since I came on the scene about 3 years ago, I had a lot of fake accounts, people stealing my pictures, my identity, and then reaching out to my following, asking for donations and asking for readings. And I had to like constantly post on my social media, hey guys, there's a lot of fake accounts out there that are trying to ask for donations. First and foremost, I never ask for donations. I don't do readings. I'm not a spiritual medium. You guys should know that by now. So I had to like remind my viewers all the time that these people were not me. So
Yes, I was asked by
yeah.
you several times if I wanted a reading.
Wow.
It's happening way too often nowadays, and it's sad. It just happened to me a couple days ago with one of my businesses, and it's like, guys, why would we be asking for Bitcoin for that particular business? It just doesn't even make sense. Plus I'm not going to ask you for Bitcoin in a messenger. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's very weird.
It is very weird. Now, my question for you, I guess, both of you, Joan and Paul, is what are some of the common challenges that you see victims of digital threats facing when seeking legal recourse?
Well, most people just don't know what to do. You agree, Dr. Joan?
Okay, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Ishmael, I got called by the IRS years ago, and they said there's nothing you can do about it. I got a letter from them. There's nothing you can do about it. You can call Social Security office, but as a person, there's nothing you can do about it. Now, if you have an attorney in your pocket, if you have an attorney who you can reach out to, they can call the IRS and straighten it out
Just
for you. But the normal person like me or like Jason or you, we can't do a thing. They're not going to take us seriously. So having an attorney, and I discovered that from our friend Paul, is really important as one way to start to straighten out your identity. Another way to straighten out your identity is to, of course, be protected before it happens. Be protected by having, the dark web watched. But what do you want to say on this, Jace?
Well, I mean, the first initial question was what, just so it goes back up in my brain.
Oh, the question was like, how can how can some people, or say victims of these digital threats that they face, like how can they begin to seek legal recourse and do something about it?
So with our membership, there's multiple things that happen. There's two really powerful things. One, once you become a member with ours, and for the identity portion of it, we only sell 3 memberships, or 3 different I guess 3 different anything. We only have 3 plans. One for the legal portion for families and individuals, one for businesses, and identity protection, right? So for the identity protection portion of it, it's either $20 for an individual or $35 for your whole family. And what's going to happen is if you do get hacked while you're a member of ours, you're first covered up to $3 million, which this is a big number because our government only covers us up to $250,000, you know? So the fact that we're covered up to 3 million with this $20 or 35 a month coverage is powerful. And the fact that if you were to get hacked while you're a member with us, our company is going to put a licensed private investigator on your account at no additional cost. So if that private investigator takes 100 hours or 300 hours to get your accounts back to pre-hack status, it's not going to cost you any more than that $20 membership or the 35. That's just a part of our membership, and that's just what we do with it.
I see.
So I see comments about Facebook. So I've been hacked pretty badly on Facebook, and I've had some of my followers write to me that they spent $600. You know, they thought they were sending money to me. Mortifying. But also with what we do, your social media accounts are also protected, which is also good to know, because I don't think it's a good idea to get off of Facebook if that's your mode of speaking. But you know, it's worrisome for people because, Ishmael, when it happens to you, it's like being violated. It's like being raped. I want to talk about that because that you don't. It's like when you until your back goes out, you don't think of your back. Until you're hacked, you don't worry about it. But once it goes out, it's like you feel violated. And then you have to constantly watch what happened here?
Oh, we're still seeing you. You're good.
Sorry. Oh, I thought I've been talking. I thought my headset was connected to the computer. All right, talk about technology. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. All right, now I'm back. Anyway, the emotional component is really tough. It's very tough to deal with. Your accounts are open to the public. No one seems to help you unless you can afford the attorney, and you're left to deal with it on your own. And it can be very stressful. It could take weeks. It could take hours. It could take up to 500 hours to try to straighten it out yourself. And I don't know about you, but I don't have 500 hours to deal with sitting on hold with the IRS or the Social Security. And they don't seem to care as much as I did about my own identity. And that's the other point. No one cares except you.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
A lot of companies are out there, they're monitoring your information. They're saying they're monitoring. It's just like having a fire alarm in your house, and then when a fire happens, they email you and tell you, hey, this is how you put a fire out. That's not what our company does. We're going to fully monitor you, but we're fully restoring you if you do get hacked.
I see. Okay.
Restoration.
Now, another question I have for you guys is can you guys share any stories that illustrate the emotional or financial toll digital attacks can have on individuals?
Well, I can tell you, I had a breakdown. I had a
Okay.
complete breakdown, and it happened first of all in 2019. All my accounts were hacked. In fact, there was some guy in my password manager, of all things. You know, the password manager is supposed to be the safest. And I'm sitting there watching someone change my password. And I knew it wasn't me because he put some dirty words in it, you know, some crude, vulgar language. So I knew someone was in there. And that attack was the worst. And then from that, apparently someone extrapolated my social security numbers. And ultimately, a year later, I got those letters from the IRS. So I have gone through this, and my accounts have been cleaned up now. Most of my accounts have been cleaned up, But I can tell you, it took me a couple of years till I actually knew what to do, except to close off your credit.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I have a very good friend of mine actually that he lives up north, and he worked for FedEx. The very credible guy's been working there. He's got 6 kids, been working there a long time. One day he's out with his wife and he gets pulled over, and they tell him that he's got a warrant out for his arrest. Now, again, this guy's a very credible guy, law-abiding citizen, been, just a great upstanding gentleman. And what he ended up having to go to jail, spent some time in jail for them to find out that his cousin had stolen his identity and opened up accounts and done some fraudulent stuff in his name. And now he had to use a lot of his own money and a lot of his own time to get his name cleared. And it took months and months. And now obviously he's a customer, because if anything were to happen like that, he's good to go.
Yeah. What about our friend Dylan, whose father lost $175,000 just a couple of months ago, that due to this kind of fraud that happened on him and the stealing
they
of
hacked
his
into
identity.
his account. Over 2/3 of his account got stolen, and unfortunately now we're actually having to watch his father because he's on suicide watch right now. He's worked his butt off to be able to build up these accounts, and it was a lot more than 175,000. It was a lot of money.
Wow.
Got it.
So
And if we had Paul on, he would tell you about the guy who found out that 3 people took out mortgages on his house. And those people don't pay the mortgage back. You're the one who's going to have to fork up all the money. So these are real situations, guys. And
we'll put the link in there in a second. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. And if you guys feel like putting the link in there, people are asking.
Joan, can you
I'll put my link. Absolutely. I'll put my link, and I'll put my phone number in there, because I don't know where it goes though.
The chat. You can just put it right there in the private chat.
Oh, in the private chat. Okay. I'm putting this in the private chat.
And then I'll transfer it over.
And I'll also
if anybody
put my
has any
phone
questions, we can jump on and do a one-on-one consultation and talk about the different needs for your families, the different budget you might have for your family or for your business. Because we do, we have about 4.5 million customers as of now, and our goal is to quadruple that next year. So we're going to be out there. We're going to be doing a lot of different shows. We're getting out there to the public just to educate everybody that a service like that even exists.
Well, that's good to know. It's always about bringing awareness to the people so that they don't end up, getting pulled over and going to jail for something that they never did.
Right, for something they never did, and that is also the point. And so we also have discovered that a lot of people like you, Ismael, myself, speakers and authors, coaches, opening up businesses, starting self-employed businesses and other businesses, but not realizing that we also have to protect ourselves legally in that aspect too. That there are contracts to be signed. If you make promises that you're a psychic, are you protected if whatever you told people doesn't come true? So we're discovering also that people like us, the spiritual entrepreneurs, and I say that because we're the ones who don't look at the 3D realm anymore. We protect on the 5D and not the 3. But so we're working with a lot of spiritual entrepreneurs now to get their businesses protected legally also. And we're looking for people who really want to work with us and join a team with us, because it's really fun to help people in this way, because it's something that no one has thought of. We really don't focus on this.
How long has it been since you guys started this safeguarding against people's identity, or this?
Well, Jason's been doing this for quite a while. How long have you been doing this, Jason?
Well, I'll back it up a little bit. The company's been around for 52 years. We've only just partnered up with them less than a year ago after what happened with my family. And, I don't know. Did I tell you kind of my story of how I got involved in this?
You didn't tell anyone else, but I know it. But they don't.
Okay. So about a little over a year ago, my kid's mother passed away, and we actually have an 8-year-old son together, and we have a 13-year-old daughter. I've been taking care of our daughter since she's 3. She's not my biological daughter, but I've been taking care of her since she's 3, helped her know how to tie her shoes, taught her how to ride a bike, you know, like this is my daughter. And unfortunately, because we didn't have a will set up, now I'm fighting her parents and her family up in New York to get custody of my own daughter, you know. So I became on a whole different mission to be able to help millions of families not have to go through the same issues that we do, because with our membership for $30, anywhere from $30 to $50 a month, and you're going to be protected to get your will done, estate planning, power of attorney, writing letters on your behalf, reviewing contracts, documents. If you get a speeding ticket, our lawyers are going to go to court for you on your behalf. I mean, our lawyers are doing everything. And we did it with a collective buying power. You know, with the 4.5 million members that we already have, everybody pitches in a little bit, and now we have a huge pot that everybody kind of can go into as needed.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that with us. And my next question is, like, what advice would you give someone who feels like they've been a victim of a digital scam or a threat?
So our service is just like car insurance. You know, you don't get into a car wreck and then you get the insurance. We want to make sure that people understand, for a service, you know, for the identity protection, for $20 for an individual or $35 for the whole family, you're protected. And once you're protected, you're going to put all your information into our services, and we're going to be monitoring you. And then if anything were to happen, you're fully covered. Now, if you already got hacked or you already have something going on, you can still give us a call and we can still help you. It will just be prorated a little bit of, you know, you'll get charged a little bit of money for us to get it like it was, like you've been a member since it happened. But we can definitely help anybody no matter what.
Fair enough.
Good to know. But also the first thing to do, guys, is to actually, what do they call it when you turn off your credit? When you go to Equifax and you just make it impossible for people to get access to your credit. You lock it down.
Well, and then I see people in here saying you need to just learn the law, like in your chat. And it's like, you know how many laws there are, for one, and for two, most people don't have the time to go out there and read and learn and everything like that. There's so much stuff going on in people's lives. When they get hacked, first, they don't know what to do. You know, nobody knows what to do. You're going to have to go and talk to different credit bureaus. You're going to have to talk to different lawyers. You're going to have to talk to all different departments. And, you know, for a couple bucks a day, you literally are covered with the lawyer and identity protection, you know, with our services.
Okay. The next question I have for you guys is, how do you guys help victims, not only legally, but also in terms of regaining their peace of mind and the sense of security? Their sense of security.
Great question. Well, the first thing is, you know, so I tell people I do these consultations, these identity crisis consultations with you. So if this is happening, reach out, text me, and we can chat. Because it's in, first of all, you have to, the peace of mind is only going to come once you know that you've started to resolve the issues. So getting good solutions for you is going to be the first thing. And then sometimes talking it through, you know, sometimes talking it through with other people who've had the same situation so that you can work on it, get your feelings out, get sort of sorted out. I think sometimes that really does help because you're not the only one.
So in a way, you guys offer a form of counseling, right?
Well, I do, because I am a transformational coach.
Right.
As Joan of Angels, that's what I do. I help people feel better about themselves and make better decisions. And also, I teach discernment so that you can actually try to, you know, like you open up your email. Half of those emails these days, I think, are phishing scams anyway. But even learning how to take the time to make sure that every email, the emails you get, that you don't go directly to the website and open them blindly and naively. It's really about waking up to some of that yourself. But yeah, so we go through different things on the physical 5D, the 3D realm, on how to take care of yourself, and a few little 5D protections too. Spiritual protection around your bank account, around you, around your social.
That's not a membership with the Legal Shield, just so you know. That's a part. That's Dr. Joan right there.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I feel better now that I've been protected. Honestly, it's like, for me, it's taking a load off my back.
I actually messed up here. I put Jason's contact, but that's Joan's contact. My bad.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I wanted everybody to know, like, if you have any questions, let us know. Feel free. If anybody is texting us, please let us know that this is from Mr. Perez's actual show, so that we know exactly who you are and where you came from, because we're doing multiple shows per per day, so we just want to make sure we're knowing exactly where it's coming from.
Thank you, Sam. That's the sweetest thing someone has said. I love listening to Dr. Joan and Jason. All right.
Oh, that's
Yes.
awesome. We got
So
fans already, Doc.
reach out to us. Reach out to us. You know, you check out what we're offering. But also, if you're interested, guys, in a new way of working, collaborative, I call it collaborative marketing, reach out, because we have a good plan in place for that too. And we are looking for people to collaborate with us, like
Absolutely.
Ishmael.
Well, I forgot to say this at the beginning of the show, but I have to say this just for the sake of YouTube. Pretty much this channel it's an open communication forum for anyone. Keep an open mind, everybody. All right. You don't necessarily have to agree with my guest. And I have to say this all the time, because sometimes I bring on guests that some of my viewers resonate with and that some of my viewers don't resonate with. So I'm just letting everybody know to just keep an open mind. And also know that I don't really endorse or or any statements or products. That's totally them. This is just me allowing them to share what their knowledge of the issue. That's it. So the views of the guest expressed on my show don't reflect on our cosmic origin or anything. I have to say that. I forgot to say that at the beginning of the show, but I apologize for that.
I love that. Got to do what you got to do.
Exactly. But yeah, knowledge is power. So, it's important that people become aware of these things, because it could happen to anybody. That's inevitable,
And I think that most people got to realize is, don't wait till something bad happens to be able to actually look for solutions. That's what we're really trying to educate people, is we've already found a solution for your problems before you even know you have those problems, whether it's between your family, whether it's individually or for your business, we got your back all day.
Well, that's good.
Good point. Very, very good point. Yes. So guys, you can text me, check out the website. You can text Jason. He's got all the knowledge here, but we'd love to help you in any way we can before the issue happens.
And we're looking to collaborate with good people, people that want to have a better future for their families and really have a good network in your community. And because right now we're heavy in Florida. So if you're in a different state besides Florida, if you're a big influencer, if you have a big network, if you're a good person, like when you walk into a room, people actually say hello to you and, you're well liked, get with us. We're looking for people like yourself. And I know personally, I own 11 businesses. So I've never met anybody that's bank account is too full. So if you're looking to make a little extra money, just hit us up. And we're definitely, we're looking for a lot of good people around the United States and Canada.
Now, how do you guys see digital threats evolving, and what future trends are you guys how can I say it? What future trends are you preparing to address?
What's scary is now the AI, they have people that can make it sound like you. They can make it sound like you're breathing. They can make it have pauses in your voices. So the company is pivoting like crazy. A couple of the head people that are working on our platform is a gentleman. Actually, I'm not even sure if I'm not going to say their names because I don't know if I'm allowed to. But one gentleman was a head worker at the FBI and then another at NASA. So we have some really high head people leading the identity protection in our company. So it's really exciting, but it's crazy because AI is evolving before our eyes way faster than anybody ever expected. Even Elon Musk says, hey man, we got to slow this thing down because it's starting to learn and it's starting to evolve even harder and more than we can even know.
Right. And we know that they're cloning people. So they're cloning our identities right then in front of us.
Absolutely. I think cloning has been around for thousands of years. I mean, as far back as Atlantis and Egyptian times, they were still cloning people. But now they're doing it more covertly. But yeah,
Covertly, yeah. I got to see it. They even had it in the hieroglyphs in the temple of Isis in Egypt. They had this great hieroglyph, and you see one of these beings like with a long tube, and he's like, there's different humans laying down, and they're cloning them. They show us right in those hieroglyphs what they've been doing all along. They're not going to stop. I mean, the truth is, they're not going to stop. They're going to find new ways to get your identity, to hack you, to trick you to open up an email. I almost got tricked just 2 days ago by someone who pretended to be Norton, identities. So I said, "Oh, this looks real,"
Mhm.
honestly. And it's very easy to forget. It's just very easy. So I don't see them
They're
stopping.
targeting, we're specifically targeting the 55 and up community because that's where we're seeing a majority of a lot of huge targets happening. Because like you said, a lot of people are opening up an email that says it's from Norton Security saying, hey, you've been breached, and it's actually everything. And then when you click on it, you're talking to somebody that you think is from Norton, and it's not. There's so many, it's just scary, the fact that there's so many things that look so real where it's so hard to even tell nowadays.
Absolutely. Or when you get a text from UPS saying, "Oh, your package arrived at the store. Click here to get the details." That's another way that they do
Yep.
to,
My
hack.
daughter
Everybody's
lost.
got a package waiting coming from them. Everybody's shopping on
Right.
Temu, Amazon, all these different platforms. Everybody's got a package coming. So yeah, that's a good one right there.
I
Yeah.
just wanted
So
to,
the good news is that ID Shield will reimburse you what you lose out of that. But my daughter lost 5,500 pounds by clicking on that. But it's really scary, Ishmael. Here I am teaching about it, and 3 days ago, this email comes from Norton, and I actually called the number on the bottom, and halfway through when he's telling me, now put these letters in your browser, and then suddenly it was like I woke up. And I closed the browser and hung up on him, but I almost like fell for it.
all right. So I have an important question that I caught at the periphery of my eye as the chat was going. This is from Laura Van Buskirk. And she said, I came across a YouTube channel today that said Ismael Perez. I did not say the real Ismael Perez. Should we not watch videos from Ismael Perez? I would have to say that is a fake account or an imposter pirated channel that is using my videos, probably going on my real YouTube channel. What is it called? MP4ing them, converting them, and then putting them on those channels, and then just putting my name, Ismael Perez. So I would say no. I only have one YouTube channel, all right? This is for the record, guys. I only have one YouTube channel, and that is the real Ismael Perez. So if anything, if you guys see anything else, or they send you anything else that says this is from Ismael Perez, if you're not reading the real Ismael Perez and it's not me, I would say don't even open it up. It's not good. It's not me. So that's
It's not good. And they're taking, also you get paid on YouTube, and they're making money off of you, and then they're soliciting your clients and your followers, and then everyone
doing
thinks
it
you.
for 3 years. I didn't even realize that. What I should have done is, ever since I first came on the scene, I should have just started using my real channel, but I wasn't really active on my YouTube channel. I was only active on Instagram, I believe, which was not wise of me. And so what happened was, a lot of people saw that I was gaining a huge following, so they took advantage of that, and they started creating YouTube channels using my name and my content, and they were actually profiting off of that. And that
Right.
happened for about 2.5 years, no, 2 years, until, of course, I started broadcasting on my own channel. So I thought to myself, I said, if I would have just been active on my YouTube channel from day one, I probably would have had over 100,000 subscribers by now. Because, I had a few fake accounts where some of them were like at 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, and they were all different accounts. So when you add all that up, that's over 100,000 people.
Well, so how does
Dang.
it feel, Ishmael, that people have been profiting off of you?
I don't like that because,
Right.
people are making money off of my sweat, off of my work, all the time that I put into my research, my videos, my interviews, and then they take that and then they make money off that by creating a YouTube channel that says Ismael Perez Cosmic or Ismael Perez, multiverse. I mean, they were using trigger words, like not trigger words, but catchy words like multiverse and cosmic. It was pathetic.
I get it. Listen, I went and copyrighted. I trademarked my name last year. Now
All
I
right.
found out that with Legal Shield, I could have done it, for $100 a month instead of the 5,000 that I paid for.
Yeah,
But
you would have paid for the membership for 2.5 years
right,
for
right. I would have had a lot of
name.
membership but I trademarked my name partly because I remember watching you and a few other people having trouble with people stealing your name. So there was someone who was doing Joan of Angels, and she's an astrologer, and she was writing to people offering astrology readings. And I went on her Instagram account and I said, "Well, you must be a terrible astrologer if you have to use my name to get astrology readings." And then she took it down. I think I embarrassed her, but most of these are you can't really embarrass these people. They're making good money off of you, Ishmael.
I'm sure they did, but luckily, ever since I've been active on my channel, I was able to always, let everyone know that this is my only channel. And I noticed that they lost a lot of their subscribers as a result of that. People were jumping on to my real channel, which was a
Oh,
good thing.
good,
And I think
good.
I also filed something with YouTube where I had to show ID, of course, that hey, I'm the real Ismael Perez. Here's my ID, right? In order for them to, delete those other accounts or at least bring them down, which
Yeah,
was
so you know what
See,
it feels
somebody's
like.
asking if they can subscribe in there in Canada. Yeah, no problem. We're actually in every state in the United States and then 8 different provinces in Canada.
Oh, okay. So it's just in the States and Canada. It's not like in Europe or anything yet.
Not
Not yet.
yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. But they've been around over 50 years. They're really an insurance company. And they've just opened it up to people the last couple of years. If you like it, you can start sharing it with your friends and family. And I think that's what we're doing. So, any other questions?
I actually have a few more questions before we answer something.
Okay.
So,
Love it.
like, do you guys ever encounter like like the biggest myths or misconceptions regarding digital security? Like, what are the biggest myths and misconceptions, if you guys don't mind me asking?
The myths, I think that, people, well, the myth is it's not going to happen to me. That's the myth. Everybody thinks it's not going to happen to them. But if you think about it, every single person gets a spam likely call every single day. Every single person on this chat probably knows of at least one person that's got hacked. So it's only a matter of time nowadays, especially there was 2.5 billion social security numbers that were put out there. There's only like not even 400 million people that are alive in America right now. So they're dealing with dead people. They're dealing with people that have not been around for centuries, and they don't care. So the misconception is that I think that people think that everybody's trying to hack you for your money, but they don't really care about your money. They want to have your identity so they can go work, come into this country, go work, and not have to pay any taxes. And then you're stuck with the bill, and you have to prove your innocence to the government when they come and ask for that $50,000 tax bill that somebody else was working in your name, or whatever the case may be.
I think the bottom line is that every computer is hackable. Every phone is probably hackable at some point. And if someone wants your information, they are going to get it.
Mm.
And being proactive, in this case, being proactive after the fact, like I saw Jill commenting how much she's been hacked, then get it taken care of now. Go and work with us and get it taken care of, because it's not going to get better by itself. And when you don't want to see someone draining your bank account or getting accounts in your name and ruining, the only thing we have on the planet, well, that's not really true, but we have our name, we have our identity, a lot is attached to it. Now, we don't have to attach our ego to it, but we have a lot of other things attached to it. And it's very difficult if it doesn't work well for you. Like, I've been a digital nomad for 2.5 years, and I have problems because sometimes the bank has one address for me, the DMV has another, and my insurance has another, and it's complicated.
Yeah, I just want to address a question. Somebody's asking me if I'm going to be updating Jason's website in the info on YouTube. Yes, after the show, I will put both of their links in the description for
Well, just
everyone.
put Joan. Just put Dr. Jones. We work
Got
I
it.
together.
just put
So
mine in,
Okay, fair enough.
and
if
I can
anybody has
always get
questions, they
Jason.
can call me. I put my phone number in there, so if they have questions, feel free to text. We will hook you up with any answers. But if anybody wants to sign up or get registered, please use Dr. Jones. We're working with her, trying to get her up there.
All right, two more questions, and then I promise I'll open it up for the audience to have questions as well. So, are there any specific tools or practices that you guys would recommend to anyone who wants to feel more secure and informed in today's digital world?
Well,
And this could be spiritual stuff too, like, any.
oh, thank God we opened the door to the spiritual stuff. Look, guys, first of all, no one could really harm us. You know that we're safe. We are protected on all levels. And do your affirmations and your protections, your prayers of protection, clear your field all the time, 24/7. But this time also start paying attention and use discernment. Use discernment when you're reading your email, you know, and when you're reading your emails, just don't go and click the link. Go to the website instead. Like, really start to be careful, see where that email is coming from. And I would say, lock down your credit. Unless you're out there and you're going to get a loan and you need it, just lock it down temporarily. It doesn't harm you. It's annoying when you need to have credit, when you need to get a new card or something, but lock it down proactively. And as I said, I don't know how many times we can tell you, but having an attorney, having the ID and legal shield is a great way to start, because they protect you proactively. They help look at your documents, your contracts. They help you figure out if this is a good thing for you or not a good thing, if that makes sense. If you get stopped by the cops, you can call them they'll call you back immediately. You press a button, they'll call you back. So I say, I believe in using discernment and 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 proactivity, I guess. I guess it's really being pre-aware of what could happen and just taking care of it.
You nailed it. Awareness is key. Being aware.
Yes. Somebody also, Kimmy just put she's in Iowa and there's nobody. So yeah, definitely give us a call, because we're looking for people in every state that want to, represent us and get the word out there, because there's a lot of money to be made, but a lot of families to be protected out there. It's our mission to be able to just go help as many people as we possibly can.
And the entrepreneurs too. All of us spiritual entrepreneurs. I opened up, an LLC this year and didn't realize I needed to be protected. And make sure we're doing things right on this planet.
And final question. So, what's your ultimate vision for this mission? And how do you guys see partnership helping, I guess, you guys achieve it?
So we will be a top 10 download in the next 10 years in the app stores, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And then partnership with any people that have a big book of business, any kind of insurance agents, insurance brokers, financial advisors, real estate agents, real estate brokers, any people that have good clientele like that we can bring solutions to their clients before they even know they have problems. That's the main thing. And they're already paying a monthly basis. The thing is, most people, the United States have never been more of a consumer than they are right now, but people don't want to be sold anything. So if we can educate the mass, educate the population, then everybody will sell themselves in theory. We all just want to educate as many people as possible, and they make an educated decision if they want to protect their families or their businesses. And that's it.
Yeah. So I see something here about antivirus issues and stuff. So the ID Shield actually comes with Trend Micro. So
there's so many extras. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of extras on that take care of everything. I want to say thank you to that one person who said I'm getting younger. I look younger, so I know that I have some friends on the chat. So thank you. I'm reverse aging.
You do. You are. I wanted to let you know as well.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I have been, the last few years, I have traveled around the world and I have been younger. It's been very exciting.
That's awesome.
I need some of that in my life, because I'm just getting older. All these grays and everything else.
Well, you haven't hung out with me long enough, Jason. We'll take care of that side of you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Take care of this side. We'll take care of that.
I got you.
Feel free to take any question you guys want. Oh,
I'm
wait.
trying, man. I'm trying. I seen some other people that said they live on Social Security and they're living, you know, they're not really having too much extra money. Now I know that, you know, $20 a month might not seem like a lot for most, but if you're living on a fixed budget, that $20 as an individual, but just think about it like this. That $20 a month that you're paying could help you save thousands. And if you're only living on a tight budget, if somebody does come and hack you, how much is it going to cost you to get that your information back, or how much is it going to cost you to get your money back? You know, so I think that we have to change people's mindsets and let them understand that it's not necessarily to try to fit it into your budget. It's a necessity to fit it in your budget. How
Good
does it?
point, Jason. And also, if you're really on that kind of budget, you know, it's easy to get other people to align with you to make it easier for you. I just saw a comment I wanted to answer and respond to. Which was it? Right here. All right. Disappeared. You guys are writing so quickly. Oh yeah, well
There's
not
a lot of comments going.
so fast that I can't. Oh yeah, it was a comment about
250 a
how
week.
our social
It's so
security
hard.
number, they have, you know, we don't even own our names. If you really think about it, it's on that card. Your name is traded on the stock market. You
Mhm.
have money that you're not going to see at this moment. Hopefully that changes, but you know, they've been trading on our backs, on our name forever. It's like a slave mentality that they have for us. So the fact that they don't protect that we're not protected, our social security, and we get hacked all the time, well, you know, that's because it comes from above down. You know, it's the best I could say about that.
Now, do you guys know what the quantum financial system is?
I know somewhat about it. I
I
know
don't know
it's
enough to talk educated about it.
Okay, so one of the questions is coming from Michelle Media Villa, and she's asking, how does this connect to the quantum financial system? Well, I would say that this threat only exists under the current system of the cabal, obviously, right? We have the dark web, we have potential cyber threats, all because of the corruption that's been going on. But I would say that once the QFS is fully rolled out, I don't think we're going to have to worry about, you know, any of this, you know, digital threats, identity theft, none of that, because everything's going to be transparent. So that's one of the key elements of the quantum financial system.
yes.
Is it's going to be a form of blockchain where everything's going to be registered,
Yeah, I love
things
that.
transparent, and therefore, you know, all of this stuff won't exist anymore. But you
Yeah,
know,
until it happens, until that's the main backing, then you know
right,
we'll be here.
exactly. So I just wanted to point that out. Um, yeah, let's answer some more questions.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I love the blockchain. I wish we were using that for voting this time.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
tell me about it. I know. Well, you know,
Okay.
are you guys familiar with the White Hats and the Earth Alliance, right?
Of course.
The opposing team of the cabal. Well, they have a lot of things in place right now where, you know, the dark side, they have no way of cheating this time. Everything's just so in check right now by the White Hats. There's no way that they're going to steal it this time. Let's just be real. There's no way that they're going to steal it this time. And so yeah, everything's in key position now.
They have been
Yeah.
trying.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. It's like very intense. But
Somebody asking me, what music do you listen to? Me, I like trance music. I like classical, Beethoven, Bach, Mozart. I like also classic rock. I like Led Zeppelin. I like The Doors. I grew up listening to Jim Morrison when I was a teenager, before I got into punk rock. But nowadays, I would say trance music is like my number one. Like if I have a drive that's going to be about an hour or so, I would just put on trance music and just let myself go.
it's the best way to drive. I used to find myself 3 or 4 exits past where I was supposed to go. Because I just, usually when I bought a lottery ticket, I was so sure I was going to win. And I went into such a trance over it that I would miss my exit. Happened frequently.
Yeah, I see a lot more people transitioning now, talking about crypto in the chat. So, you know, again, guys, if anybody's just jumping on new, the identity protection, legal protection, if y'all need anything, we got your back all day.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. This is
Oh
great.
yeah.
I love to see all my old friends here. Thank you guys.
Oh, do you recognize anybody? Do you want to give them a shout
Yeah,
out?
I'm giving a shout out. I see all these wonderful comments of people who've seen me before,
Mhm.
and I just really appreciate you all. Yes, very much so. Shout out to all of you. Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, and I'm also looking for volunteers for the Conscious Life Expo. So if you want to be a volunteer at my table, my booth, reach out to me also.
Not to mention, I will be there this year as well in February, giving a
I'm sure you
powerful.
will be. I've watched. Just so you guys know, I was the one who got him to the Conscious Life Expo a few years
Oh
ago.
yeah, it's 2 years ago, which was a really
Uh-huh.
good turnout. I was so shocked when I saw that long line coming out the door. I didn't realize that there were hundreds of people there to see me.
Yes, you had lots of people to see you, of course, and
Well,
it's going to
Dr.
get
Joan,
bigger.
even when you said, "Hey, I need to do this on another day," I made you redo it because I wanted to be on this show so bad. I said, "Please, can you just do it a couple hours later so I could be on the show?"
Yeah, Jason really wanted to be on the show, and I told him a little bit
I'm
about
a
you.
fan.
Oh, thank you, Jason. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah,
Kidding me?
It's a great
yeah.
honor and pleasure to serve.
It is. It is. So I think this is what we really wanted to talk about. And I feel like you guys are getting it. You understand discernment, discernment, discernment. We live on this planet. We may walk up here, but we still put our feet down here. So I really appreciate all of you.
It's been amazing.
And it's going to be a great journey for the next week. That's all I could say. Yes, just reach out to me. Text me. My phone is right here. Blow up my phone with 100 texts. Make my night. All right.
Somebody's asking, where's the Conscious Life Expo? It's actually in LA at the Hilton. Is it February 18th, 19th?
No, it's the first weekend of February this year.
First weekend. Okay, so it's the first weekend of February in 2025 at the LAX. You can't miss it. It's the biggest conscious, spiritual, extraterrestrial event, I would say, in the whole planet, next to, of course, Contact in the Desert. I'd say those two are probably the most biggest ones on so far.
I might have to
Yeah,
go
no,
out there
those
with
are,
you,
those are
Joan.
both huge.
Mm-hmm.
My dad is actually a shaman from Uganda, Africa. So his grandmother was a shaman. And so my dad's been, all preaching me, and it's funny, when I was younger, I used to think, man, what is this guy talking about? And now that, I'm older, it's like, man, thank God he taught me what he taught me when I was younger, and was always speaking up to us so much and always speaking into us. He always used to call me, because I have a twin brother. So I was always his crystal twin. I was destined for greatness on the planet. I was put on this planet to serve others, and look what we're doing now.
That's beautiful. Awesome. Any
So
more
I,
questions
I
from the
just
chat?
would like to put a shout out that, with,
Okay,
with
go
the
ahead.
election coming,
Mhm.
with all of this, that we just hold this vision of all unfolding for the highest good of all, and the highest frequencies for all, and the highest vibration. And just
Amen.
trust, because we know what the outcome will be. We know that we're stepping into the new earth.
Absolutely. I agree. Let's see.
Oh,
Question.
here's a great comment right here. So the bank always told me to log out. She's right. Don't just close, don't just think that because you turned off your computer. Like if you're on a website that you signed in on, you should always sign out of it. That was great. The woman was
And
commenting. The bank told her to do it.
that's another thing. We have a password manager. So that's huge I know me, I have probably 35 different emails. So it's nice to be able to just put my face in there and it just clicks right in there because it's already all saved, already in there, saved and protected. So saved, protected, and encrypted.
Yeah, so this one was hacked and that one was hacked. Cut me out of the
I've seen so
financial.
many
So
comments. It's crazy.
Renee, if you had the attorneys, you might have been able to save yourself on that. So yeah,
And then Kristen
hindsight is
Anderson,
terrible.
one of the Galactic Jedis, is reminding everyone that you guys could actually chat amongst yourselves through my website. I have an open forum.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, if you guys go to our cosmicorigin.com, a lot of the Galactic Jedis are on there chatting amongst themselves. So thank you for reminding us, Kristen Anderson from Canada.
Could you put that in the chat? I want to.
Yeah. It's our Cosmic Origin. website. It's all
our cosmic origin.
our cosmic origin.
Sweet. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Of
So,
course.
guys, we really appreciated being here. It's fun to be back on your show.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've done anything together.
I know we have to talk
I
about
think
that.
the last time we did anything together was at the Stairway to the Stars conference last November, I believe. You guys were there, right? You were there.
I was there. Yeah,
I do remember that.
I was there. I did great there. I had all my art there. People loved my art. It was like one of the first times I really brought it out here. And,
Can we trust Apple? I don't know, but
no,
I mean,
you cannot trust Apple.
It says right there, can we trust Apple? Yeah, but I mean, it's a 50-50 shot. You either go with Android or you go with Apple. There's nothing you can really do on that.
Well, I would say no. You know, these are believe it or not,
Definitely
these are weaponized. Everything that we use.
Everything. And if you're on TikTok, you're directly linking to China. Everything.
Yeah, I don't have
Everything.
that.
You could assume that this whole conversation has been heard,
Absolutely.
registered, and saved.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, this is a good one here. First of all, do you guys have a full hour? We have 5 minutes left, or do you guys?
Yep.
Okay, just want to make sure. So this person is asking. This is Jill Hunt. Welcome, Jill Hunt. Shout out to Jill Hunt. She's asking, I will call you for security protection and see if there's anything I can do about my major hacked life. Was told I need to change my name legally, but don't see how it will help.
Yeah, that's you see this happening so much. And with our services, we change people's names, we do all this stuff. So it's crazy how many hoops you have to jump through. But if you had our services, then you wouldn't have to worry about anything because we do it all for you.
It's the elite plan.
The elite plan for the average beings, for the average Joes like us.
Well, now listen, guys, if you have gold and silver, if you have it in your possession, you don't have to worry about it being hacked.
Facts.
Okay? Gold and silver is also the way.
I've been a huge component. I've been buying gold and silver. I've been buying silver since it's about $12 an ounce. Gold from when it was $1,300 an ounce.
Wow. Well, your bank account's going to do great.
Well, not the bank account, just.
Well, not your bank account, right? And, listen, we're all tracked.
I'm looking for really good questions that we could all address. Let's see. I mean, feel free if you guys see anything that you guys want to answer
right now too. I just see a lot of people saying, thank you for being here. Thank you for offering the services. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. This is amazing. We wouldn't have anything without you guys all commenting.
I know, this is great. This is great. So there is a question about the blockchain. I can't really explain it. It's the way that they sell Bitcoin.
That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother.
Very complicated. It's a series of codes that identifies every single transaction that happens every second of every day. And you can actually go to a website, it's probably the blockchain website, where you could see if the transaction you just made is on there. And you can see all the transactions. So every transaction that happened is recorded on the blockchain. Now, I know that they're going to use it ultimately for things like voting. I don't know how they use it, but I think even our accounts are going to be on blockchain at one point. Right, I hear that. Trust the process. How many times have our guides said that? Yes, trust the process, but at least make sure you have ink in your pen, and that you can take notes.
Yes, that is true. Petra Silbim is saying that silver is going to become the highest. It's going to make the highest rising. That is absolutely correct. I think it's going to even surpass gold from what I'm seeing.
Well, they do need a lot of silver for all the electric vehicles and cell phones and everything else. So, I mean, I would love that if that was the case. Oh my Lordy.
Oh yeah, I agree with this. I think AI generated art should be taken down. Absolutely. No
Do you
doubt.
think so?
I think so because, you know, think about it. You know, art is, we should only appreciate art when it comes from a living soul like yourself, not a machine with no soul. You know what I mean? That's my personal opinion, though.
Well, you know, there was always these discussions about the crop circles. If a crop circle was done by people,
Mhm.
then some people feel that those people who suddenly got the urge to do crop circles, that it was channeled through them. And so I always feel when I do my AI art that it's channeled through me.
Oh, okay. I see. I
You
see.
know, I do a lot of AI art now because I'm
Oh,
traveling so much, and some of the art I just channel it. You know, I just talk to my guides and they tell me what to create and how to create it, and then it comes through.
Hmm.
So I,
so
again,
you,
with art, it's a
oh, I
frequency.
see. Okay, so you use AI, you put in the concepts, this is what I want, and then it creates it for you.
Yeah, but I go into a state of meditation when I do soul portraits.
Mhm.
Honestly, I connect to people's soul aspects, and that's what comes through.
Oh, I didn't
Now,
know
does
that.
everyone do that with AI art? Probably not, but some people do.
I think I've skimmed through all the questions. There's a lot of the same questions, a lot of the same stuff. So anybody that has questions, feel free to hit up Dr. Joan, and we're gonna go through anything that you might need.
Just
And then
text me.
we also have videos that will go over our information. So if you're just catching this on a replay or whatever the case may be, we can send you everything to get you caught up. We got your back.
Beautiful. And as a reminder, I will have Joan of Angels' website in the description.
And my phone number.
And her phone number as well. Any last remarks or words that you guys want to leave us with?
Stay sane, breathe, and just visualize the president that you want to be elected is elected.
We all know who that's going to be.
Okay.
I think my last comment would just be, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. In anything that you do, just remember that. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
That's right. And these are the times for which we've been called. So if it's rough, it's because we knew they needed us here.
Only the strong took the call. Remember that.
Right?
That's
Right.
what
And they didn't let you come unless they knew you'd accomplish your mission. So
Indeed.
there you have it. This has been great, Ismael. We appreciate being here so much.
Absolute blessing. Thank you so much for having us on your show tonight.
You guys are both welcome. It's a great honor. And again, the way I see it is everyone should have a voice. And that's why I bring guests on my show here and there to give everybody a voice.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome, Joan. And Jason, it's a pleasure meeting you for the first time via this live. And I'm sure we'll meet in person. Are you
I'll
going to
see you in February.
Oh, well, there you go. So I'll meet you in February in person. I'll see you then.
Okay. Maybe I'll get him to go. Okay, that'll be
No, there's no
fantastic,
maybe. I'm
Jason.
coming with you. I'm coming with you, Dr. Joan.
There you go.
Well, you know what? That's a different story, Jason. Okay, you're on. We're going to talk
Perfect.
about later. All right, we'll let you get back to the show. Thank you very much.
Y'all have a great day.
Bye, guys.
I'll be reaching out to you soon. All right, thank you.
And
Thank
may
you,
the
thank
force
you.
be with you all. Always.
Yes,
remember. Yes.
and with you. Mwah.
Thank you.
Ciao, everyone.